Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Fallen here for Sputnik Entertainment, and welcome to the Friday episode of the series. Hopefully, you guys had a great week, and hopefully, you have a more amazing weekend ahead, especially as the weather gets better if you live on this side of the world. But for today's video, I want to talk about four different ways for you to make money as a photographer or a videographer, which is a very commonly asked question I get over the years being in the business of how do I actually make money and pay my bills. Now, it took me quite a bit of time to figure that out myself, but these are the four ways that I especially use on a daily basis. And like I said, hopefully I'll do more in-depth videos on each of these topics. So the first way is the way you guys are watching this is that either being a content creator on YouTube or a similar platform, or being a blogger slash journalist, writer, whatever you might call it. Now, not all of you guys might feel comfortable being in front of camera and talking to people. Trust me, this is still very weird for me. So you might want to write about gear, either talk about previews that the gear just got announced, review the gear that you have, talk about advice you might have, and monetize it with ads. Of course, Google AdSense platform is one of the biggest ones out there that allows you to monetize not only videos on YouTube, but normal content, brand content as well. There's a bunch of other ad companies out there that allow you to use them and have a content share program associated with it. And oftentimes they pay more than AdSense because they are trying to compete with YouTube and obtain more content creators to their site. And like I said, you can also make videos, especially on a platform like YouTube. Of course, that is the biggest video platform out there. It does have a bit of a criteria that you need to meet now compared to when I first started putting out videos back in 2012, 2013. You need to have about at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. But if you watch your favorite content creators, they have been doing it for a long time. Some of them have been doing it for 5, 10, etc. years. So it is not something you're going to make $1 million overnight, although people like Jake Paul and Logan Paul make it seem that YouTube is a very glamorous and lucrative business. And trust me, I know a lot of YouTubers that make full-time income from just making videos, but it does take a little bit of work. Now, the second way of you making money with your photography, your videography business that you're trying to start is stock websites. Now, there's a lot of different stock photo and video websites where you can upload your content and you have a profit sharing model associated with those sites. Sometimes it's 80-20, 70-30, 90-10 if you're very lucky. And they're interested in all sorts of content. So try to create original content that you would love to maybe buy yourself. And if you would like to buy something yourself, maybe someone else wants to buy or license it out themselves. Now, of course, you can also set up your own website or you can set up your own stock photo or video business. Now, it will take a little bit of growth to get to. Of course, it allows you to control all of the profits that you might be getting from it. But that's one of the benefits on why they charge you a fee. These stock and video site, photo and video sites, is that they do get a lot of traffic with them. And oftentimes you can post your content on multiple sites, which allows you to reach a larger customer base. Now, I definitely want to do a video in the future talking about stock photos and videos and how to monetize them. So that video will be coming in the near future. Now, the third way you can monetize your photo and video business is by renting out your gear. Now, I have been collecting gear for many, many years. I love new gear. I love playing with gear. I love reviewing it, as you guys can see in a couple of other videos I have done, either on the new channel or archive channel. But I love to touch it. I love the physical aspect of it. And that's another thing, is that I have too much gear. Many people called me, I pretty much run a Best Buy. But there's a couple great companies out there like ShareGrid and KidSplit that is a peer-to-peer rental community. Now, what you do is you sign up on one of these websites, you list your gear, and you set your price. You can see what other people are pricing similar gear at the pricing, and you can rent it out by the day, by the week, month, whatever. And the company works as a middleman. Once again, they take a small commission just because of them being established and having a lot of traffic associated with them, but they're great. And you are protected from being scammed. Let's say you rent out a very expensive camera and it is someone that maybe used a fraudulent purchase or used a stolen credit card and ran off with the gear. Kid split and share grid make sure that you're protected. They oftentimes ask for a deposit or if you have insurance to make sure that you will be reimbursed if something bad happens. Or if they break your gear as well. Yeah, that would not be great. Now, the fourth way of making money is, of course, freelance. And it is oftentimes the hardest business to get into. Now, I have worked on many freelance projects over the years with many trade shows, private events, private individuals, and there's a lot of different ways you can approach that. You can advertise yourself on platforms like Fiverr, they have Fiverr Professional, Amazon Professional. There's lots of other freelance platforms to put yourself out there. Also, you can use places like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and overall web ads. Now, like I said, I might do a video of best ways to market yourselves as a freelance photographer and a videographer. Now, these are the four ways. I always believed in having multiple sources of income when it comes to any business, especially as what we're experiencing right now in the world. There's a lot of people that only have one source of income, and it puts them in a very vulnerable situation in their life. But if you can create multiple passive sources of income, such as generating income from stock photos or stock videos, and then you can also make content as well, you have two different sources of income right there. You can also rent out your gear. Now, right now, it's a lot harder to do with what is going on in the world, but under normal circumstances, it is a very lucrative business. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, I want to dive into each of these topics more in depth as soon as next week. But let me know if you do use any of these ways of generating income. Like I said, as a filmmaker, as a photographer, if you do both, and let me know how those methods have turned out for you. Have they been non-successful? And if they're not successful, maybe I can help you guys fix that issue. And if they are successful, I would love to hear your stories as well. Thank you very much, guys, for all the support you have been showing across our Sputnik Entertainment channel, the Archive channel, and my vlogging channel. That is a lot of channels, but there'll be more channels launching in the near future that I'll be talking about. Now, I also thought about releasing a couple other ones as spin-offs of this one, as you can see, like places like New York Times and Bloomberg, BuzzFeed do. But for now, I will just create different playlists. So on the financial independence, I want to do that, it'll be a lot of finance videos, a lot of trading, generating income, versus something that is tech-based or review-based, entertainment-based. All will be split up into playlists. Let me know which method you would rather have me approach. Like I said, I'm leaning towards the playlist method, but if you want to have different channels and just follow what you might be interested in, let me know. Anyways, guys, it's been your boy Fallen. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next week.